Hi everyone, it is me, Sailor Mercury, Sailor Quicksilver, Amy here, and today we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about Sailor, Fighter for Love fan dub. Now, a lot of folks might not think they're around anymore, but most likely they still around, you know, and they are still around. Now, what they worked on so far was putting all of the sagas of Sailor Moon's first following that Deke did not do into English before Viz did. They also put all the Sailor Moon Outstanding sagas that Deke, Pioneer, and Cloverway did not do anything with, that Viz would do things with years later. They also did some of the Sailor Stars. Not all of it, but some of it, though. They're still working on half of the others. And this was the only take of Sailor Stars you had that was English did before Viz would get the rights to do it. Now, a lot of folks out there might wonder, why am I talking about this? So let's say you wanted to know how Deke would have handled, those sagas of Sailor Moon. Well, now you do. All right. So you have, all right. So Fighters for Love fan dub, they're still around. Well, they're still around. Their website's still around. I just stumbled on it like sometime last week, and I watched it a lot of the Sailor Star ones that they did put into English. They didn't get around to getting every single following, every saga into English, but they're still working on it. They also got all the followings of Sailor Moon that Deke did not do anything with, the ones that Deke cut out of the first following of their Sailor Moon when it was owned by the Walt Disney business from now between 95 YL to 20 YL. They also gotten around to doing the outstanding sagas, the one-off films, the one about me fighting some kind of bloodsucker like fiend, or Mar and Michelle fighting a dark, the Dead Moon Big Top fiend, or Salem, or Serena and Rini at an eating hall somewhere, and folks talking about the Sailor Fighters, and they start thinking back of how it was when they were Sailor Fighters or whatever. And those ones got put into English by Fighters for Love before Viz would get the rights to do it. The ones that Deke, Pioneer, Cloverway didn't do anything with. So if you ever wanted to know how that would go out like, or if you're always just wondering how it would be if Deke would have gotten the rights to Sailor Stars, well, for Fighters for Love would be the one for you. So now, as I told you, they don't got every single saga of Sailor Stars done yet. They're still working on it. Some of them are done, some of them are not. And I know for some folks out there that never liked the Deke Glee Sailor Moon or the Pioneer in Business, the Cloverway in Business, well, the Pioneer Glee Sailor Moon, then it might be a big shift off for them. But if you always wanted to know how Deke would have handled the sagas of Sailor Moon and the first following of Sailor Moon that they cut out for whatever ground's sake or why, well, Fighter for Love would be the way to see it. If you always want to know that one saga and the two different following of Sailor Moon that Deke cut, then that's it. So, tell me, folks, what you think about, Fighters for Love. How I first knew about Fighter for Love fan dub or lover speak or write or whatever, it would happen. I stumbled on how I first came to seeing them was in 2009 YL, even though they started in 2008 YL. The website's still around. They still do work on the Sailor Moon things. You know, some of the things, they got a lot of things done, but they're still working other things. Yes, they take gal gifts, you know. So if you want to yield them something, that's up to you, though, if you want to back them up or not, you know. But anyway, at the end of the day, I just want to bring them up, you know, because they seem to be, and really very few folks talk about them in the Sailor Moon followership. You know, it's like they behave as if they never knew about them. You know. So yeah, I know a lot of folks are going to say, "Oh, it's no big deal." Viz News, they did all 5 followings of Sailor Moon. You know, they did the drawing shows as well as drawing films, the 3 of those. You know, so who really cares about Fighter for Love fan dub, or lover dub, or whatever you want to call it? Yeah, they might. Yeah. But at the time, before Viz got the rights to work for half of that, work with that shit, that's the only one you had. So anyway, folks, I might put a link, I might put a a feed so you can go to their website, and if you want to watch any of their things, go ahead. It's up to you. All right, that's all. I, Sailor Mercury, Sailor Quicksilver, Amy, and we'll see you later.